Hello, children of God at Holy Family Catholic Church. I'm so fired up for this update. We filmed a bunch of them, but this is going to be the second one you see, although we saved it for last because it's my favorite to film. So anyway, here you are outside of your church, okay? And we're done. Just kidding. I'm going to give you a long update. Stick with me. But man, you earned this. Your sacrifice made all this happen, guys. I'm not kidding. And we want you to just get a look at how it's going, what it's gonna look like, all of this. And so I wanna walk you through, and I'm gonna point different things out to you. Obviously, we're not even near done, but it's a chance for you to see what it's gonna look like, okay? So first of all, where we're standing will be our new entrance. And someday, if we save enough bucks, we're gonna have a canopy so that, gentlemen, you can drop off your beloved brides and they don't get their hair wet, because that happens to me and I get so frustrated. And then they can come in and you can park. We'll have closer handicap parking here. And I think you're gonna see we've got a lot of options here for our brothers and sisters who use wheelchairs. And we're excited about that too. So are they ready? Yeah, are you ready? Come on in, let's see. Okay, careful of this. Don't hit your head on this. I know a guy. That's the sound of the angels and saints singing with joy that you've walked in the church, okay? So right away you'll see here, perhaps the most unimportant room for our spiritual benefit, but a lot of importance for everything else. That's the utility room, okay? And throughout this update, you'll hear people sneeze. And you'll also see some of the small square windows that we've got, but know this, they're all gonna be there, but they're gonna be in different windows will be there. So the small windows you see, there will be small windows there, but they might be different ones than you see now. I hope that makes sense. So come on in. Let's take a look over here at the usher's room, okay? So if you're gonna ush, this is where you come to ush. And as you can see, it's fairly to partly cloudy large because that's how we rule. And you see again, you see perhaps, can you see over here these windows, or is it too dark? Now those won't be the windows that are here probably, but there will be obviously windows like them here. And this is where our ushers will come. You can see we got a sink ready to go. I'm looking at installing a kegerator. I'm totally kidding, oh my gosh. All right, come on this way. So then, if you walk through here, that door right there, can they see it? That's a bathroom, okay? And we're not gonna talk about it. But then this wall here is the priest vesting room. So this is where your priest will come to get dressed for mass and to pray and to prepare. And I see, my only guess is that you're worried about my weight. And so you've made this almost impossible to go through in my current state. I get the hint, okay. See our old sacristy? Hello, old sacristy. That'll obviously still be there. Now, you see all the protection we did for our organ pipes. Once we get toward the front, I'll show you the area. We have everything set up to move them, right? We've got room for the machinery. We've got a plan as to where to put the pipes. We're ready to rock and roll on it. We just need a couple 100,000, so it'll take us a week. But don't be discouraged, guys. We're gonna have those puppies up front as soon as we get the money to do it. And in the meantime, as you can see, great lengths to protect them. All the little pipes that could have been hurt by the dust, we took right out. And we covered these, we had an expert help us out. This will all be a gathering area that you're in. And you can see our beautiful windows will still be here, praise God, right? And so when we gather in here, I don't know if they can see some of the stained glass windows reflecting on the ground. Can they see that? Oh, praise God, okay. So come on over to the other side of the gathering area, but don't look to your left. We want to surprise you, okay? Still in the gathering area, right? This will be where our wrestling matches are held. This here will be the bride's room, okay? Should we go in there? Yeah, come on, man. All right. There will be a drinking fountain here, and that will also be accessible for our brothers and sisters who use wheelchairs, okay? So come on into the bridal room. Men, if you could stay outside for a minute. This is where we'll have a spot for our beautiful gals getting ready to enter into the covenant of their life, yeah? And this here will be one of those doors that only opens one way because it goes into the women's bathroom. So we will be able to maybe have meetings here, and all we'll have to do is push some button so that nobody actually, stumbles into the ladies' room. So come on through here. And this is the only time in my life I'll enter the women's bathroom. Here you are. We're, as you can tell, not finished, but it's huge. Holy cow, ladies. We hope you enjoy this. And see those windows? Those probably won't be the same ones here, but there will be 3 windows like that here. Okay? And sinks and all kinds of craziness. All right. Men folk? Where did you go, men folk? Here we are. Sorry. Well, the wall's not there. Guys, we'll have a wall. So this will be the men's bathroom, and we won't go in there because it already smells bad. Let's just put it out there, okay? And that's a utility room. Okay, so now guys, I'm fired up. Okay, we're gonna walk into the place, like baptisms, weddings, funerals, marriages, worship. We're gonna give God our best in here. The thing you wanna remember is what we tried to do here is do what they used to do. Namely, have the very structure of the church teach, okay? So that's what we're setting up, so that when you walk into the church, you already can learn some things. So the first thing, this will be glass, a lot of glass, so that if you want to come back here and kind of watch Mass through the glass, moms, dads, we never want you to feel like you need to leave with screaming kids, okay? We love them. And especially during this quarantine, we saw what it was like without them, and it was not good. We miss you. But I get that some of you might want to come out here and pray if you're worried, or if you're personally distracted, you can come out here, okay? So with that, let's walk in. We'll go on this side. Ask me why.
Why?
Because I want to. Okay. So you'll walk into your church and you'll immediately see 2 things. Okay, come on in. Here's one confessional. Okay, and that will be our brothers and sisters who use wheelchairs will be able to go to confession, even anonymously or face to face. Okay, and there's the other confessional. Okay, right over there, and then right here, can they see that's where our baptismal font will be. Now, a few things. What this is that as you and I enter the church, where our goal is the Holy of Holies, but first we repent and are baptized, right? That those are the entries to our faith, so they're right here at the entry to the church. And our baptismal font is a really neat design that has a cross on the floor with the Trinity at the heart of the cross, a 3-bowl baptismal font, so that there's a truth of the Trinity proclaimed as well as the beauty of the cross. And we'll be able to baptize adults there, and we'll of course be able to baptize little squeakers, and we're pretty geeked about this. Come on in. So again, confessional, baptism, confessional. And then we can't really go down the center aisle, A, because it doesn't exist yet, but B, there's a lot of stuff there. Okay, so we're going to be bringing concrete in for the baptismal font, which is so cool. And every time heavy equipment comes in here, an angel gets their wings. That's in the Bible, all right? Now, if you come on through, you'll see we're going to have long pews, okay? That's the key to this design. Although this church is smaller than the first plan, we actually can fit more people, which will really help us as things continue. But so the church, you'll have banks of pews, and then of course a center aisle that leads us right up to the Holy of Holies, okay? Now, if you look here, you see that side wall there. Kind of have a dream that as we finish paying for everything, that one of the first things I would love to see us do is have a hallway of saints up there, right? Maybe, I don't know, I'm making this up, 6 to 8 people on each side. So what you'll see above the tabernacle is that big window that was kind of hidden in the back of our church. We're not adding any windows, right? We're just using the ones we got. But then as you look to this side of it, you see 3, and we'll have Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And then on the other side will be Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, the Holy Family, right? So obviously we're a little geeked about this. what I envisioned when we did this was, if you've ever been to St. Peter's in Rome, the big basilica, you see that it's like a person from the waist up with their arms around, right? So they call that St. Peter's Square, even though it's round. And the whole idea is that's Holy Mother Church hugging her children, holding them in place. This will be the same thing. We'll have 2 sweeping ramps that come down. And again, that allows our brothers and sisters who use wheelchairs to be able to participate and serve at the altar. And it also gives us a good look at, in a sense, a kind of model of St. Peter's, with the Blessed Sacrament as St. Peter's Basilica and these ramps as the arms of Holy Mother Church. Up here, obviously, we'll have our big, beautiful altar. And if you can see, like right here, see that big electric panel? We can't go up there because they're pouring the ramp today. That's one of the rooms where we'll have our organ machinery. Okay? We are ready for it. Again, all we need is, an obscene amount of money, and then we'll do it. But right over here will be where the choir is, and we'll have our temporary organ there. And again, I get that that's a hit, but it's what we got, and we can praise God with it, right? It's what we're doing in the hall. And then over there will be kind of cushioned seats, right? And, if you sit there, I don't know, I've got all kinds of jokes, but you don't want to be too comfortable when you're enduring one of my homilies and I can see you. That's just science. And actually, see where the guy on the red device that I really needed the rectory is? Where he is, there will be a white wall. On the soffit, we'll have in Latin the words that used to begin the Mass. Okay? Let us go to the altar of God who inspires my youth. Right? And if you remember that, it's so beautiful. So that's what will be above there in Latin. And then here's the smoking part. Mirroring it on that end, right where the steel beam is, will be another soffit that says Mane Nobiscum Domine, right? Latin for remain with us, Lord. Okay? And that's from the beautiful conversation where Jesus is walking with the disciples post-resurrection, and he's going further, so they ask him, Mane Nobiscum Domine, stay with us, Lord. I love that, and we're going to remember that as we walk out of church. So, guys, this is a snapshot, and I can't wait, and I can't express to you my gratitude with your patience, your flexibility, and your insane generosity. Yeah? Now, obviously, with all the money we have, we can still use more, right? At this point, as the thing progresses, we got to finish off with a loan. So if you want to make any donations to the building fund, please do so. We'll obviously give you a link. We would like this to be easy for you, right? But there it is, guys. Just a little look at the place where we are going to have Mass every day and change the universe every time we do. Where we're going to have babies enter into covenant with God. Where we're going to have couples declare their covenant love for each other. Where we're going to bury people and thank God for them and ask him to get them home. We are building on the old church, and there's so much beauty in that. We're going to bring all of that with us. Heck, even under where the altar is all your old rosaries and medals. It's all buried under there. So we are not creating something new as much as we're building on something old. And I'll shut up now. But I'm fired up, and I can't wait to see you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you.